Live from Big Rock Creek, it's the Osceola Gala 2020. Tonight we join together during a remarkable time to remember what unites us and what brings us together. And we're so excited to have Wisconsin's own Bradley Whitford and Chris Kroeze. I'm Wendy Maybury. Welcome to the Osceola Gala.
Nestled in the heart of the beautiful St. Croix Valley is a medical center that puts you at the heart of every decision. Osceola Medical Center is proud to be an integral part of our community. Our employees live here, they raise their children here, and they participate in community activities here. OMC is an active community steward, providing care for those in need while offering activities and facilities for improving the health of all our citizens.
Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Dr. Balder. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
The COVID-19 pandemic has strained our healthcare systems like never before. This has made our mission at OMC to build healthy communities and be the choice for high-value healthcare and wellness more important than ever.
I think when you think about our mission, especially in the context of the year 2020 and all that's come with it, the part that sticks out to me is our connection with our community. And so what I think you've seen this year is that our community has relied heavily on us to be safe, to be prepared, to help manage their needs, to help manage their uncertainty, to help manage their fear. And I think when you look the other direction, we've looked to our community to help be a stabilizer for us through 2020 as well. So when you think about our mission, I think we're here for our community, and our community is relying on us to be there for them.
For 88 years, OMC has served as a community hub. Our campus brings us all together, your whole life in one place.
Osceola Medical Center is very committed to supporting the overall health of our community, which means we're giving things back for our community. We're building an entire campus so that people will recreate and do healthy activities here. And we're super committed, especially during this pandemic, during these trying times where our healthcare workers are being incredible heroes every day, that we want to give something positive back to the community in terms of positive things that we can do to help improve our health here.
Where would we be if our local medical centers weren't here for us during this pandemic? As an independent nonprofit hospital, Osceola Medical Center depends on the generosity of people like you who want access to local health care and wellness opportunities for your family, your friends, and your neighbors. This year, with your help, we hope to raise $200,000 to support fitness efforts on our campus and wellness programs in our community.
But I wish people could see really the amazing things that I am privileged to see every day in terms of our employees really stepping up for their coworkers, for their patients, and for our community as a whole to try and keep us all safe.
Over the years, we built Osceola Medical Center, Wild River Fitness, Christian Community Homes, our inclusive playground, the RCU Sport Court, and our fantastic fitness trail. Our greatest strength is community, and that starts with you.
Well, I think, we're talking about a smaller, healthcare facility. We rely on, our community to support us immensely. Year in and year out. We're relying on it even more heavily as we go through a scenario like COVID and what we're dealing with now.
Your support of the Osceola Community Health Foundation is an investment in the health of our community. It takes all of us together to meet our growing needs. Join us. Let's build a healthier community together. Your financial support now will make all the difference. Please, donate today.
Please help me give a warm Osceola welcome to Chris Kroeze.
Can you hear me all right? I'm going to start out with a song that I released last summer. It's my first song to ever get real radio play, which is pretty cool. And I know it's not summer, and this song probably doesn't make any sense right now. but I don't think I'm looking forward to this winter more than anybody else, so we're gonna pretend like it's summer, all right? This one's called Better on a Boat. You've been telling me you needed a little time for you and me, and saying that we gotta find a way to beat the heat. Pour yourself a cold one, I got a good idea. Hooking up the trailer, babe, and getting out of here. Let's take this situation and devices for flotation. No fancy Yeti, just styrofoam. I really think we ought to drop a pontoon in the water, 'cause everything is better on a boat. A 6-pack of Lineys always hits the spot, but it tastes much sweeter when we're pushing off the dock. We should take this situation and devices for flotation. No fancy Yeti, just styrofoam. I really think we ought to drop a pontoon in the water, 'cause everything is better on a boat. All right, so I recorded that song in Nashville. In a common practice, we always have a couple different versions of verses just for options for radio and all that. And because I had to take it home and show my mom and get my mom's approval. The original second verse of the song, my mom heard it and she said, "You cannot play that in public." And I said, "Mom, it's about fishing." Guess what? Mom's not here right now. So here's the original second verse for this song. Keep your mind out of the gutter. Ooh, you know I love you in your little black dress and heels, but you really drive me crazy when you grab my riding reel. You should take this situation and devices for flotation. No fancy Yeti, just styrofoam. I really think we ought to drop a pontoon in the water, 'cause everything is better on a boat. What do you say to letting all our worries float away? We should take this situation and devices for flotation. No fancy Yeti, just styrofoam. I really think we ought to drop a pontoon in the water, 'cause everything is better on a boat. Let's throw down some libations in aquatic destinations. Drop an anchor out where nobody goes. But that ain't gonna stop us making waves out on the water, 'cause everything is better on a boat. Thank you.
Azim loves his work teaching emergency medicine, and he loves his family even more. For Azim and his family, home is where fun becomes feelings and love is shared. The home loan experts at Midwest One Bank helped Azim and Faiza buy their home with a mortgage and local service. Azim values paying directly to a lender he knows and trusts. For a variety of home loan options, choose Simply Better Banking from Midwest One Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
Thanks so much for being here tonight at the Gala.
My pleasure, Wendy. It's I hope I'm wearing the right thing.
Well, whatever you're wearing, we match, so we coordinated very well.
Business disappointing.
Well, hey, business disappointing. Nice. Some people were asking, how did we get Brad Whitford? But you're actually from Wisconsin, right?
Yes, I was born in Madison, and when I was 3, I moved away, but then came back when I was 13 and went to high school and graduated from Madison East. So
Awesome. So
lived there twice. Yeah.
Is there anything you miss about Wisconsin?
I miss Wisconsin a lot. I really do. I wish it was more of a film production theater.
I do too.
But yeah, I miss, man, I was telling somebody just the other night, when I think about, I was thinking about what my teenage kids, what the world is like now, and especially in the pandemic. And I was thinking back, I remember summers in Madison, this was before, there was no helicopter parenting at all, for better and for worse. I remember I lived a couple of blocks from the lake, and I would go down and Tabor's boat, and I would take across as the sun was setting to the Union. I wouldn't even ask them, and I'd anchor it, swim into the Union, even though I was 16, get a beer, and I would watch a silent movie with live piano. I mean, it was paradise.
You have been an actor forever and ever, like 35 years, right? Not to make you feel old.
No, it's because you always feel like sort of a young person starting out, and then suddenly you're Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the question. Who's crazier fans for you? Are they Wingnuts or Handmaid's Tale fans?
Yeah, the West Wing thing is pretty crazy. Like, the weirdest thing about that is when we made that show, there wasn't even such a thing when it started. There was no such thing as 1 hour syndication. So the only chance that anybody would see that show, the most anybody would see it would be twice. It would be on and then maybe rerun. And then you'd have to go to the Museum of Broadcasting and make an appointment and, maybe go see it. I think it would have been terrifying to know that 20 years later, high school kids would be like memorizing episodes.
Someone asked me if you think the fictional administration on the West Wing gives people hope for people who don't enjoy the politics of today.
It's interesting because when we did the show, they would, we began during the Clinton administration, and then George Bush won, and then 9/11 happened. And it was very early on in the show. We wondered, honestly, if it was appropriate to have, a smart ass like me, flirting with Donna when the world changed in such a terrifying way. And then all Democrats were out. The only Democrats we had were fictional Democrats. And oddly, instead of making the show go away, it made it this kind of alternative universe. And I think when things go in a certain politically, the hunger for the show kind of goes up.
Did anyone from the White House ever give you any direction? And then have you heard any feedback from anyone who's actually worked in administration since that role as Josh?
Yeah. Steve Ricchetti, who it was just announced is going to be working in the Biden administration, the deputy chief of staff. There was a guy, I got to talk to him a lot, and I had a lot of conversations with Josh Bolton. There were certain things about the show that were, completely fake. The inside of the West Wing is notoriously small and very, very private. And on West Wing, we cheat with these, like glass partitions and everything, the opposite of what you would do. in the White House. We got to go a bunch of times, and everybody wants to be in the West Wing, not at the OEOB, which is across the street. They want to be near the president. And so the offices get really, really tiny. And one person, I forget what her job was, but her office was actually FDR's kennel for his dog.
What? That's crazy. That makes you feel like you've really achieved something when you finally get to your office as the kennel. So someone asked me which role has stayed with you the longest, and is there, if you could revisit a role or go back into hang out with a person you've inhabited, who would that person be?
I'll tell you, there's nothing more fun. It would be it would be something on stage, I think, but it's about storytelling. And if you're doing a play, like a Broadway play, you get those from beginning to end 8 times a week. But if it was a role, like Josh Lyman was a really fun part.
So you're famous for playing jerks, and you have a great story. I just wanted to, you kind of told us in pre-production about getting recognized as a jerk. You want to share that with Osceola?
This was the first time, I guess I'd been out of grad school for a couple of years, and I'd done a couple of movies, and I basically played jerks in these movies. But the very first time I was recognized, a homeless guy on the street in New York said, "Hey man, you're that guy." And I didn't even realize I was being recognized, and I was like, "Oh, it's like Michael Keaton in that Woody Allen movie, The Purple Rose of Cairo." It's like, oh, hi. Wow, you're recognized. He said, "You're in that movie," and I'm like, yeah.
Hey Brad, I was really excited when I started asking people in Osceola about your roles, and one thing someone mentioned to me is that Josh in The West Wing is shot and then is diagnosed with PTSD and goes to therapy, and she mentioned to me how that normalized therapy for her 10-year-old daughter. Have you had anybody else come to you and talk to you about how those roles have meant something to you?
Yeah, a lot of people after that sort of came up, and it sort of makes you realize just the sort of outsized power, especially back then, of a show that would reach 22 million people. Therapy had already been normalized in my but I was happy to bring that out. I'll tell you a funny story about that, though. I got shot in the chest, and as obsessed as people are with that show, and as much as they pick it apart, in the 7th season, I end up actually in bed with my shirt off with Donna, and we finished shooting, and I go to the director. I said, "Oh my God, we forgot the scar." And the director said, "No one will ever notice." And nobody has.
What's going on with that? So let's talk about Get Out for a second, because that in a lot of ways was a sleeper hit. It was one of those that came out and people sort of had a whisper campaign and it got huge. Can you tell me a little about your experience being known as the evilest white guy that ever lived?
That movie, I was obsessed with Jordan Peele. I think he's just, from Peele, I could not get enough of him, and I thought he was just absolutely a performer. And I heard that they were interested in me for a movie that he was directing, a little independent movie. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I don't have to read it. I don't care." And I thought he was going to be acting in it. Then I heard he wasn't. And then I read it. And I remember coming out of my office and saying to my wife, "Oh my God, like this is, it's what I call like a forehead knocker." Like Jordan says, horror movies are about things you can't talk about, death, sexual terror, and it's stuff you can't talk about. And he just wanted to press race through that. I thought it was one of the most brilliant scripts I'd ever read, but it was like, just going to be a movie. If you get it wrong, like if you're out on a limb as the sort of amusing racist and you get the it can be bad. We shot very, very quickly. We were supposed to shoot today, but we lost our tax credits. We shot in Alabama, you know, you really do not know when you're something how it's going to turn out. And a couple of months later, he called me into the loop, where you go over little sound issues and stuff. And I said, "Can I see the movie?" He's like, "No, no, you can't." He said, "You're going to see it with an audience." I said,
Oh gosh.
and he said, "I think it's really good. Like, I think it's," and I said, "Well, you're in the cult. You have to believe that. You've devoted, you put your life on the line." So I was skeptical. And then I went to, he invited me to the screening, um, a midnight screening. And oh my God, I could not believe, you just do. I've never seen like the souffle kind of rise like that.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. And then you had told me a quick story about one time when you went to the grocery store and they did not take your cards.
Yeah, no, I was going. I was going to a taco place in LA right after the movie came out, and they only took cash. And I said, "Is there a cash machine?" They said, "Yeah, in the barber shop next door." And I go into this barber shop where there's an ATM, and like 5 African American guys and their barbers just screamed. And I didn't realize what was happening at first, and then I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Don't worry, I'm not here for your brains. I'm just need $20."
I have one more question, then we'll wrap up this segment. I know that you were in Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, and I saw some pictures on Twitter that you guys were buddies. Do you have any good Robin Williams stories? Because, man, as a girl who never got to meet him, I feel like I really missed out.
I always think about him because I am up in Canada where we're shooting, and his whenever he met someone from Canada, he would say, "Canada's like this really sweet family that lives in this really great apartment on top of a crack den."
Exactly. Well, we're so excited to have you support OMC. So can you tell us a little bit about why now with the pandemic you think it's especially important to help our healthcare workers?
Well, I have a sister who's a retired healthcare worker. These people are, way underpaid. And we need to do whatever we can to support them during this extraordinarily difficult time. And especially, outside of the major cities, there is so much pressure now on the healthcare system, and we need to do whatever we can to support.
Well, we're so grateful for you being here tonight, and we'll look forward to hearing a little more from you. Please make a donation right now to help us reach our goal of putting $200,000 back into our community to support our wellness and fitness efforts. The Osceola Gala wouldn't be possible without the generous contributions of wonderful sponsors like Big Rock Creek, letting us be here in this beautiful space, and Polaris. Thank you guys so much for being generous with us this year. Let's get back to listening to some music from Chris Kroeze.
This was this song I wrote the first time I went down to Nashville and wrote with people that I didn't know. My friend Natalie, her name's Natalie Murphy. She's the fiddle player in my band, if you've ever seen us out touring or anything. She's an incredible songwriter, and she's very well connected in Nashville. And she's got all these friends that have written big songs for big people. And she didn't tell me who we were going to write with. And I was already nervous, because I'm a kid from Wisconsin who has written a few crappy songs, and these guys actually know what they're doing down there. So I'm sitting in the corner. Before we walk in, I'm already nervous. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, so the lady we're writing with today, her name is Leslie Thatcher." That name doesn't ring a bell for a lot of people. In Nashville, it does. But she wrote a song called Troubadour for George Strait. Yeah, it scared the crap out of me. So I'm nervously sitting in the corner playing this. And Natalie and her are catching up, and I'm just kind of nervous. Trying not to make eye contact with anybody. And she looked over at me and she said, "Don't stop playing that." She's like, "That's our song right there." So this is what we came up with. Actually, I'm going to talk more. I know that's annoying. We needed a premise for the song. And I had a buddy. We were in high school and just out of high school. We'd be at the bar. Out of high school for sure for that. And every time there'd be this absolutely amazing looking girl that would walk in the bar, and a lot of us would know who it was, and he would just like lock eyes with her, and we're like, "Dude, you don't want that right now. You can't handle it. She'll tear your head off and leave you in the dust." And he's just like, "I can't help it." So we said it's kind of like he's got a ticket to ride that train and he's got to go, right? So this is a song we came up with. I hope you guys like it. Here come that train, they say we'll run you down. Here come that train looking fine. Here come that train, they say won't ever slow down. She's smooth, she's fast, she's mine. And I got a ticket to ride. I got a ticket to ride. She's known her share of gambling men. She's been a fool for thieves. It's been a midnight for a long ride for rambling men. I guess it's why she slowed up for me. And I got a ticket to ride. I got a ticket to ride. They say her heart burns like a house on fire. I better light one too. She don't want no strings. She don't want no wires. Lord help me, that's what I want to. 'Cause I got a ticket to ride. I got a ticket to ride. Now I've done my time beside that lonesome track. Found out there ain't no ride that's free. I promise her that we won't ever come back if she'll lay a little smoke on me. And I got a ticket to ride. 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 I promise her that we won't ever come back if she'll lay a little smoke on me. Thank you.
healthcare team at Osceola Medical Center has stepped up this year and faced this pandemic head on. It's important to take a moment to celebrate and support the extraordinary efforts made by these exceptional people to heal and to protect our patients and the surrounding community.
We have lots of fantastic items available for auction at OsceolaGala.com. Don't forget to check out the Ice Castle Fish House. It's going to go fast. To watch and bid at the same time, open 2 tabs or use 2 devices.
Outside isn't a destination, it's an adventure where there's always something to explore and always room to invite one more. It's a horizon that challenges what's inside us. And we exist to take you there. Polaris. Think outside.
Hey Brad, welcome back. We have a couple of quick fire questions for you so you can answer just as fast as you want. Are you ready?
Yeah.
These are designed so if we met you on the street, we'd instantly become your best friend. So, Leinenkugels or Miller?
Leinenkugels.
All right. Packers or Badgers?
Packers.
You're like, those are teams, right? Walleye or bass?
Bass.
Prince or Dylan?
Tie.
Is it they right? You can't pick that. Okay. Do you like comedy or drama? Which one's more fun?
Tie.
West Coast or East Coast? If you say tie again, we're gonna give it up.
West Coast.
All right, fine. What's your favorite pie?
Cherry.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. You want to know something interesting about coffee? Do you know when the Renaissance started in Italy? It started 1 year after they imported coffee. It wasn't about trade or ideas. And these guys drank coffee and they were like, we should paint the ceiling.
Favorite dinosaur?
Favorite dinosaur? Tyrannosaurus.
Tiny hands, big teeth. Okay, favorite word?
Obfuscate.
Favorite guilty pleasure?
Taking a nap right after I get up.
Yes. Okay, so let's do this. You're the hero of the story, and it's your major scene, and you're going to kill the enemy, and you're blasting some tunes to get in the mood for your jam to go raise down your enemies. What is the song that you pick?
Think by Aretha Franklin.
Hey, Brad, I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about The Handmaid's Tale, which is sweeping the nation as such an amazing show. Everyone is binging it in the pandemic. I have detailed questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, Commander Lawrence, the music that he listens to is sort of a way to unlock his personality. Do you think he was a Woodstock baby?
We heard, I don't know if it made it into the cut, but we heard something, didn't we?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
And it's cheery. It's alarmingly cheery.
Yes. Yeah. He's got that sort of retro rock thing going on, which is surprising.
So Commander Lawrence told June that Eleanor would expect him to stay and clean up his own messes. Do you think he has an exit strategy, or do you think he knows he's going to die in Gilead?
I recently interviewed Margaret Atwood, which was really scary. And when I started interviewing her, I said, I feel a little weird because I live in this world that you created, but you didn't create me. She said, I said, does the character make any sense to you? And she said, I can't believe they haven't killed you yet.
Wow.
So I hope that didn't get back to the writers.
It is amazing that you've been allowed to live this long because you're pretty subversive.
Yeah, you know, he knows something that happens that makes you realize why he needs to be around this year.
All right, I'll take it. You know, you had this Midwestern upbringing. Did you find out growing in Madison, how has that helped you kind of in the world of Hollywood? Do people find that refreshing? Is there some Midwestern ethic you've taken with you?
Yeah, it's really funny. Like, Aaron Sorkin loved Brad's from Wisconsin because it feels like sort of Martian heartland. I mean, I was really glad our parents weren't hovering over us and saying, "Okay, you know, what are you?" But I was glad I grew up and fell in love with acting in the Midwest, where there's sort of none of the sort of professional garbage around it. I do feel like I was very lucky because my father, who didn't have the luxury of the choices that I had, I could tell he was a frustrated musician. He was a really amazing piano player. But, you know, he came out of the Depression and he had to get a job. And I always got the sense that he loved that I was interested in this.
Playing Commander, all right, you've called Commander Lawrence the most fascinating character you've ever played. Tell me a little bit, were you worried about slipping into that skin? Is it easy to shed it at the end of the day? How does that go for you?
You know, the atmosphere on the set is weirdly loose. It is one of the sweetest, most, you know, there's a lot of pressure when you shoot and there's a lot of insecurity from everybody. It's expensive. But this set is Elizabeth Moss, who I met on the West Wing, you know, when she's like 17. One of the most astonishing things about her is she'll be, you know, kind of listening to some music and we'll go, okay, we got to shoot. And they will throw the camera into her face and she will just dial, connect emotionally, you know, tears streaming out of her face. And they'll cut and she'll like put her earphone, gotta go again, you know, we were a little soft on the focus, and she's like, okay. I mean, I really have never seen anything like it. You know, with Lawrence is just a blast because this guy has so much going on and he's in a really dangerous state and he has nothing to lose, and that's really kind of fascinating.
Yes, he doesn't. I love that you gave Elizabeth Moss a shout out. That was on my list, although I know she's the executive producer and could get you fired if you said bad things about her. Her ability to be vulnerable is astounding. It's uncomfortable to watch. It's great to hear even actors think it's amazing. Sometimes you wonder if it's just you because you don't know what you're watching. Right. That's cool to hear you say that too.
And I always tell just about Handmaids, these are Canadians. They are genetically, stereotypically the sweetest human beings on the planet. And especially the ones working on the show, they feel like they're really precious. And then the material is just so brutal. So things like the assistant director will come in and go, okay, I don't want to rush you, but I think we should put this on the girls.
Oh gosh. All right, so I have a couple more things for you. One, I hear you have a new project coming up when this season of Handmaid's Tale is done, or you're done wrapping, filming. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, this is my Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he's doing a movie called Tick, Tick, Boom, which is about Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent. It was a previous production of his. And Lynn is the most sweetest human being on the planet. So I'm really looking forward to that. I have to play Stephen Sondheim. I get to play Stephen Sondheim.
All right, do you have any crazy Hollywood stories you want to tell us Midwesterners? You know, we're out here in the woods, just listening, watching this on the Zoom machine, just wondering what it's like out there.
There's, this is sort of a Hollywood story. All my life, because I mean, they were in high school. Aerosmith was a big band. And the rhythm guitarist's name is Brad Whitford. Back when we had phone books, wherever I lived, the phone would ring and it'd be like, can you get me tickets for the concert in Hartford? You're awesome. So my whole life, there's been this thing of this guy. I wasn't working right after I got out of acting school in New York, and I get this residual check for $500 sent for some reason to my apartment, and I was broke, and I cashed the check, and I always felt guilty about it. And I was doing press for a movie a couple of years ago, and this reporter said, you have the same name as the guy in Aerosmith. And I was like, I know, and I feel really guilty because I cashed his residual check. And a couple of months later, I get a message from the reporter. Brad's mother, who was very old at that time, this was probably 7 years ago, read the article and was furious because I had stolen her son's money. So I wrote this letter. I wrote a check for like $580 to cover interest, and I was like, "Look, I'm not proud of it. I want to get this monkey off my back." And then I never heard from her, and I just felt terrible. So I'm in a store in LA, and this kid comes up to me and he goes, are you Brad Whitford? And I said, yeah. And he goes, my dad is Brad. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Is he mad at me? And he's like, no, not at all. Not at all. He was laughing about it. And they're playing at the Staples Center. They said on Monday, you should come. So I got to go, and I met him, and he was incredibly nice. And I got to meet the people opening for them were Cheap Trick. And I got to say, the last time I saw you was in the Madison East High School gymnasium for $1.
That's so cool.
With Wisconsin story.
There you go. Brings it all home. That is awesome. How freaking cool is that? Okay, let's talk a little bit about one thing that's great. We appreciate your time, obviously, tonight to the gala. Everyone from Osceola is super excited that you've taken the time to be here for our gala. Tell me a little bit about ways that you give back, or has anyone inspired you to give back, or do you have a good give back story?
I always, Anthony Edwards was on ER. I remember him saying that, celebrity is currency, and you can choose sort of how to spend it. The first thing I got involved with was actually a weird sort of form of lobbying in 2000 for the Children's Health Act. We were trying to lobby on behalf of the autism community because autism was exploding, and people didn't know why. So I always feel like there is, main thing I want to do is sort of, you can, when people want to put you on camera, and when you can attract a camera, you realize that you can sort of give a voice to different things.
Why is supporting OMC and healthcare important to you, Brad?
Listen, I think universal access to healthcare is something that I think is really important. We obviously don't have it yet, but I think especially in smaller markets and rural communities, we really need to make sure that support for access to quality healthcare is there.
Cool. Well, we just want to thank you one more time for all of your time today. It's been so extraordinary to talk to you. On behalf of everyone at Osceola and the greater St. Croix Valley area that's tuning in tonight, thank you so much. We're really proud of you, Wisconsin Boy Made Good. Good luck shooting your new season, and good luck on your new event with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Well, thank you. And I hope everybody will be very generous and give whatever they can.
I'm so grateful for so many things in my life. Having my family and my friends and being a part of this community has been a big part of my life. Without you, my life would be so much different.
I've been having some burning, like behind my chest. Female who came in with chest pain. Can you please wait here, sir? My name's Angie. I'm the nurse taking care of your wife. Your wife is having a heart attack. She's going to X-ray right now. The helicopter is on its way. In the meantime, we'll take really good care of her.
You are so important to the both of us. If it wasn't for your quick action, Kim wouldn't be here right now. Thank God Osceola Medical Center was there for us.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Our goal is to raise $200,000 to improve fitness activities on our campus and wellness programs in our community. Thank you so much for donating. Help us reach our goal. Now back to Chris Kroeze.
This one's a little bit more of a sing-along. Are you guys up for a sing-along yet? Is it? All right. Now, if you say you're going to sing along, though, that means you can't just be like, woo, we're going to sing along, and then not sing along. So I'm going to ask you again, but I'm going to look you in the eyes, all of you, at the same time. Will you guys sing along with me if I ask you to? All right. There's only one part in this song that you need to sing, and I'll teach it to you right here. It's really easy. It goes like this. Life in the fast lane. Let's try it. Life in the fast lane. Loud as you can, come on. Life in the fast lane. I think we're ready. He was a hot-headed man, was brutally handsome. She was terminally pretty. She held him up and he held her for ransom in the heart of a cold, cold city. He had a nasty reputation as a cruel dude. Said he was ruthless, said he was crude. They had one thing in common, they were good in bed. She say, faster, faster, the lights are turning red. Come on. Life in the fast lane surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane, yeah. Eager for action and hot for the game. The common attraction, the drop of a name. They knew all the right people, they took all the right pills. They threw outrageous parties, they paid heavenly bills. There were lines on her mirror, lines on her face. She pretended not to notice, she was caught up in the race. They went out every evening until it was light. She was too tired to make it, he was too tired to fight about it. Life in the fast lane surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane, yeah. Life in the fast lane, everything all the time. Life in the fast lane. Blowing and burning and blinded by thirst. They didn't see the stop sign, took a turn for the worst. Well, listen, baby, can't you hear the engine ring? We've been up and down this highway, haven't seen a thing. Call the doctor, I think I'm gonna crash. The doctor say he's coming, but you gotta pay in cash. They went rushing down that freeway, messed around and got lost. They didn't care, they were just dying to get off, and it was life in the fast lane. Surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane. Life in the fast lane. Everything all the time. Life in the fast lane. Life in the fast lane. Life in the fast lane. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks to our generous sponsors, Polaris, the River Group, S&F Insurance, Midwest One Bank, and all of our generous sponsors. We appreciate it this year so much. Oh my gosh, have you guys had an amazing evening? I have. On behalf of everyone that's been here with you tonight, Osceola Medical Center, Chris Kroeze, Bradley Whitford, and me, Wendy Maybury, I want to thank you so much for coming to support our community. Gosh, I just don't feel like it's time to be done. Should we get one more song from Chris Kroeze? Let's do it.
Well, I think I've got time for one more song for you guys tonight. If you guys want to hit the dance floor, that'd be cool. And once again, thank you for coming, and this has been a lot of fun. I haven't played to a room of people in a long time, so thank you for that. Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster love. Some people call me Maurice, 'cause I speak on the pompatus of love. People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, I'm doing you wrong. Don't you worry about me, baby, 'cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. And I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't wanna hurt no one. Ooh, ooh. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. I really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Ooh-wee, baby, I should show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't wanna hurt no one. Ooh, ooh. Well, people keep talking about me, baby. They say I'm doing you wrong. I'm doing you wrong. Don't you worry about me, baby. Don't worry, 'cause I'm right here at home. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. I really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Ooh-wee, baby, I should show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. Sure don't wanna hurt no one. Ooh, ooh. All right, you guys still with me here? Last song of the night, time to let it all out, right? I'm gonna see if we can get a good sing-along going here. We're gonna work on the parts though, all right? I'm gonna sing a line and then you guys sing it back to me. You guys up for that? Here we go. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. Sing it. You're the Come on. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Ooh-wee, baby, I should show you a good time. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. I really love you peaches, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. I should show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't wanna hurt no one. Ooh, ooh. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds were by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Sing it with me. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Oh, I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't wanna hurt no one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you. Good night.
Chris Kroeze, how amazing is he? I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful evening. We've had a blast being in your home tonight. On behalf of everyone, Bradley Whitford, Osceola Medical Center, me, and Chris Kroeze, thank you so much for being here. Stay safe.